Freedom 35, 5, 5, 5.
Dude, start the podcast.
Wow.
You recording, Gordon?
Gordon.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back to another episode of Freedom 35ers, Cardano NFT podcast, episode 35. Guys, let's go. Air horn that shit out. Technically, episode 36 for all the OGs out there. My name is Tommy. I go by TMY.
My name is TJ. I go by Lazy T.
And I am the other Tom. I go by Lavish Bear.
And tonight, Tom. We're keeping it a real OG here for the golden episode, huh?
Well, we started Freedom After Dark, though, so that's probably why.
It's fair. And then TJ's still TJ, and I am Tommy. And we are your hosts. No, nothing special, nothing fancy tonight, except some party streamers that are sitting behind us. Kind of went all out with the visual, I feel like. And we kind of kicked it off hard on that live stream the other night. So, yeah, we're keeping it nice and simple, sweet.
Wish I had one of those
point.
streamers to blow right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, damn, that would have been good. Tom, you want to edit that one of those things in?
We might be able to make something like that work.
That could be good. If you guys see something crazy right now, that means that it happened. And if not, we kept moving on.
Or we're listening on the audio version.
Yep. And then there's a random streamer noise and you're wondering what the hell's going on. Don't worry about it. Guys, dude, welcome back to another episode, another week, our golden episode. We've been building this thing up all week. It's pretty crazy to think about that where we're at right now. F35 official episodes out there. And I always love that little joke that we have, technically episode 36. I feel like I was so torn last week, which one we should have done. Should we have done it last week?
Yeah, with episode 0.
Yeah. But we had a fun with it. This week it's been fun to kind of see the giveaways, do like the little theme, see like people congratulating us. It was fun. It was a cool little nod. And it's nothing even like super, I mean, it's special, but like you were saying before this, I was like, well, it's been like 8 months, like our 8-month anniversary, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been 8. What are you talking about?
8? Yeah, 8. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Got to carry the one on that one.
Yeah, I'm missing my D's and L's. What else we got? So yeah, I guess we can kind of jump right into it this week. We got our live streams, man. You see these backgrounds? I feel like we're starting to upgrade a little bit.
I love the background.
Yeah, dude. Not even that. Like just the fact that I don't know, we look way more professional nowadays over on those F35 lives.
I think it was the gold.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
I like the gold. I don't know where in your head you got this golden episode thing, but it looks well visually. I do like the gold and the black like that quite a bit.
I don't know. I don't even know where the golden episode even came from.
Like or something? Like
we were talking
moments from Disney?
Yeah, I guess so.
No, it was like
gold. No, it's like your golden birthday. Yeah.
So like if you're born like July, if you're born the 21st of a month and your 21st birthday, that's your golden birthday. Whatever your birthday is and the date.
Yeah, you've never heard that?
No.
Like my golden birthday was when I was 5 because my birthday's on the 5th.
Yeah, see, mine was over on number, what was that, 26? Yeah. So we're doxing ourselves with that, huh? Ooh. No. Hey, you never heard that term over there? Yeah. So I guess this is our technically game. Like, there's only ever going to happen once.
Yeah, Tom, that and the Sunday Scaries.
Come on, man. Just catch up with the references.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's fun, man.
It's like you fucking hear that.
I still don't get it. No, yeah. I still don't understand what that is, but sure, I like the gold. The gold looks good. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Damn, should we consider a change over here for a little while? Or are we just gonna? I don't know. I really do like the colors, though.
I do. They do look good. Yeah, for sure.
I don't want to go back. Maybe we just get rid of the streamers or keep the gold.
Well, we're gonna need some new shirts then eventually. Me and TJ showed up to the party for this gold 35. Tom's just got his blue shirt on tonight, so we didn't catch the memo. We didn't plan any of this.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys have done this a couple times. Where spontaneous, just wearing this shirt the same night.
Well, I figured because it was the special episode, we were gonna go rock it.
I just assumed you wore it every single day, Tommy.
Yeah, that one's just stuck in my closet. I got like 10 of these things.
Exactly. Yeah, just
rotate them every day.
Rotation.
Day night. It works perfect. Got 2 a day.
You got to keep the hustle on it too. You keep that marketing going.
You got to run around town. Just at work underneath the suit. Just Freedom 35. So what do we have going on this week? We had an amazing live stream for F35 Live that was, dude, that was a lot of fun. This past Monday. And
yesterday.
It was yesterday, but we're trying to give illusion that like it's been a few days since Monday.
Well, it's almost been 2 days technically.
Yeah, technically. But I don't know. It was really cool to see both Kiama. I don't know why I caught myself once in the live stream saying Kiana, one time, and I was like, "Damn it, did I say that?" And then I went back and I was like, "No, Kiama." I'm like, I don't know what's going on. When you get all 6 and 7s just start rolling off the tongue like fast. The live stream gets me the adrenaline. That first minute of those streams, just I'm so nervous when are we live? Like, is the button clicked? Like, do we got the tweet out? Like, it's just so stressful. But after that, we kind of chill and sit back into it. So it's been fun.
I really enjoyed them on the live stream. I mean, I love the project they have coming out. The artwork obviously is amazing. To be able to see that behind the scenes of what she does for that is really cool. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, right. Like that.
Watching that little preview video was a good time. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, I could really appreciate that. That was awesome.
That was dope.
Dude, the fact the craziest part to me was how it just stitched everything together to close, how easy it was in that program to do that. It was really crazy to see. I'll have to see if we can pull that here real quick. So
once you take those 2 pieces of the front and back of the shirt, and then when it goes in the body, just kind of just falls on you, you put your shirt on or something.
It was amazing, just to see the technology, and especially these days, you just match up a 2D plane, and they like you said, a seamstress, it just snatches right back together, and then automatically it was an instant though. It was hey, there's 2 2D planes, and all of a sudden, boom, they just go together. I didn't really, obviously I've never seen the tech for some of this stuff, but
I never saw the how-to in this.
Yeah, right there.
It was cool. They made a video even in the first place, to think ahead to do that, to screen record. Cause we've talked to a few people that are artists now, and we never got to see this deep into as far as the other side of things, from our standpoint. And I know it's something we've definitely been interested in from the beginning when we started doing kind of the sit downs and stuff. So it's cool to finally see that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's cool to, like you said, there's so much that goes into this stuff that probably, sometimes you kind of overlook oh, that's really cool looking. That looks really good. But you imagine the time and the effort and the work that really gets put into things like this. It gives you a whole new appreciation, I think.
Well, even Tom's perspective, he's our graphic designer artist, to him seeing this level of artistry and technology and the programs they use, you have to be kind of fascinated with that too. Damn, that's really cool. I want to do something like that. Or, you know what I'm saying?
I wish my computer could render 3D like this.
Dude, look at even the physics and stuff too with the shirt. That was the thing that blew my mind, is how crazy that is, and how easy you can just pick it up and it looks like you're actually just moving your shirt.
Even you might struggle with this, Tommy. This might be a little bit out. You know what I mean? I think my computer shit its diaper trying to run any of this kind of it'd be terrible. Light on fire style.
Just a laxative or something, right?
Dude, for sure, dude. That would just come right at you. It's a little side joke over there tonight, but so it was cool to see this, the texturing, the different artwork that she does, and just the 3D models themselves for these raccoons. They look very, very well done. It was cool to see too. Huh?
I don't know why the one with the pitchfork, it just makes me think of Conker's Bad Fur Day. I don't know why.
I got you.
Really takes me back to that N64.
I love that game. That was fantastic.
I don't know why it does.
Amazing game right there. That's actually, it does give me that little vibe. I couldn't think of that actually, but when you say that, 100%.
With a pitchfork one, most.
We're dating ourselves right now. If I ever puts Conker's Bad Fur Day on N64, dude, that was one of those games that just parents had no idea. They're just oh yeah, this looks like a nice little Nintendo squirrel.
Definitely
one of the few rated mature games on N64, I think.
Yeah. It was fun, man, but it was cool. Yeah, it was fun to see this. Even the inspirations they had here, like you said, Tom totally was I was trying to duck around the subject. Yeah, that kind of looks like this. And Tom's no, that's Lucille.
All right, and Universal, come after me. Do it.
Inspired by Tom. Timmy's just dude, you just jumped right into it, man.
It's a bat with barbed wire on it.
Yeah, it's typical. A little bit of blood. Nothing crazy there.
He said this one was inspired by beaky blinders.
Yeah, he did say beaky blinders. I didn't catch that in the live stream.
That was punny.
That was very funny. The Victorian era, all the little clothes and things for these raccoons, they look very well done. And these are the first of the first 2 syndicates that they're showcasing off, I think. So what is there, 6 of them, I think he said. So they'll run another 2 drops. And 2. Yeah. So it was cool to learn a little bit about that hold to earn mechanic. I thought was very interesting versus, the play to earn that rewards people. Yeah. For just I don't want to get involved. I've got time to log in and do all that stuff, but I still want to earn these rewards for holding these things. So it was a cool, unique mechanic. And
honestly, I hope more and more projects adopt that idea, because I think that is fantastic to reward your holders, to not just sell off. I think that would absolutely help floor prices for projects, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, it's at the end of the day, it's like, hey, I can check back in, and they're all tied to like the specific Raccoon too, is what he said, versus like having to like register your wallet and like do all these things. So that way, you just, hey, here's my thing. I can see that it's earning something. I'm not really doing much with it, but if I want to engage, I can upgrade it and, get certain things, like what was he talking about? Like putting the chains or rings and things like that on, burning it. So yeah, there's different ways you can actually engage, but at the same time, if you don't want to, like, you can just let it do its thing.
Yep.
So that was really cool. But yeah, it was really awesome to see, to have Timmy on. That technology, like you said, that whole story where, he met Kiama creating 3D Timmy, and that led to where they're at currently with Raccoon Syndicate, now splitting a project together. I was really,
meant to ask
neat.
where he found her, just because was it Fiverr, or you just like he looked online?
I want to say when I had talked to him, there was something called like the Artist Collection or something. It was there's multiple sites out there.
Like a more professional Fiverr almost.
Yeah, where they are able to actually showcase and like their portfolios of their work, and you can even like hashtag like what kind of art and styles and different things that you're looking for and what they are, they're open to. So I think he's found her that way, and then they kind of went from here. So it was very interesting too, because she said, like, I still have yet to buy an NFT, which is really crazy too, because I can imagine like us in this space, like you creating a project but don't own an NFT, like it's such a different world where she comes from, jumping into this. But like she said she's grown like very like fond of it very quick since learning about it.
Well, she's had a lot of experience on different sides of the industry as far as like the 3D art goes and production. It sounded like from when she was telling us her kind of like backstory. So I'm sure this is kind of like, even though NFTs themselves are kind of their own thing, she's familiar as far as like the marketing and how to design these in a way. Like, and I know Timmy worked alongside her pretty closely to get these so that they would be, to where they are today, as far as I really like some of the traits they came up with.
Yeah. Oh, I think I don't know. I appreciate the detail too, especially after seeing like the 3D modeling of like how the textures and all the different layers. And she said the more layers, obviously the more realistic, but also the more complicated it gets. So they said they even threw like little Easter eggs and different stuff into there. I just think the art is very, very well done. And shout out to Timmy, like you said, for a recruit. TJ, you're like, dude, good thing you recruited her, or hell of a recruit or something like that.
I was like, hell of a find to recruit on that one. Because I mean that, I truly do. That's very talented.
She does an amazing job. So it's awesome that I would love to see like a 3D, like obviously we see the 3D versions of them in that preview, but like to see like animated stuff if they wanted to go that route ever or do anything at all. It'd be cool to bring those things to life.
Well, they did show us, they all have legs. So they did kind of do full models. They're ready to go pretty much. I mean, I guess they probably had to design pants. They probably didn't do that for all of them, but otherwise.
There's no pants. There's something about NFTs and pants,
dude.
Something about NFTs and pants, dude. Nobody wants
pants. Some pants on the raccoons. Yeah, and you could easily, especially like I know talking to metaverses and stuff, and just get those 3D models incorporated into some sort of universe.
That's it, boys. We're making Freedom 35er pants. That's it.
How do you know that we're not
NFT line of that?
Right? How do you know we're not wearing pants right now? You only see the top half. You don't need to wear pants.
You guys are wearing pants?
Wait,
I only have just from the knee down pants on.
You have like tube socks?
I was just thinking, like, wait a minute.
Got some tube socks going on?
No, they're pants. They're special pants, like chaps.
Like those zip ones you wear as a kid, you can zip them from the knees or the ankles.
Oh, the ones you could like take them off. Yeah, but it's like the reverse of that. It's the reverse from the pants to the shorts. I just had the bottom half.
Unzipped it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I lost the top shorts part.
That's fucking hilarious, actually. I don't know, but the one thing I did, like I said, the stream's been doing very well. These live streams, it's been fun to do these on these Monday nights. They're starting to get bigger, so like I said, we always envisioned like the deep dives and a lot of like just this project specific stuff, interacting with our community and things like that. It's been cool to see that format change that we even talked. We moved it from the Thursday over to the Friday, or from Thursday to Monday. So it didn't. I know, dude.
Today's Friday.
Today, if you're listening to this, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah.
Happy Friday, everybody. Weekend's here. I'm so excited.
right? We're actually recording this on a Tuesday, which now it's Wednesday. There's so many confusing dates going on this week. This just because TJ's got life events going on. Speaking of those party streamers, dude, TJ, congrats, man.
Thanks,
that's
man.
right. Congratulations.
Yeah. Gotta have a day old now.
In fact, by the time this comes out,
I still have a day old baby now.
Yeah, he's gonna have a brand. That's gonna be crazy, man. I can't believe that happened. That came so quick.
Little baby Thomas.
Yeah.
Little baby Thomas.
Yeah, dude, that's amazing. So we're actually recording this a little early this week. So TJ can go ahead and spend some time with the family, enjoy the new baby, and not have to worry about this, right?
I want to worry about this.
Yeah, dude. So you'll get your time, man. You got enough tough couple of weeks coming up. I'm sure. I've never been through that yet, but
not yet.
But I'll be awake all night. I'll just be one arm on the baby doing the podcast.
And he'll be live streaming it up, dude.
I'll tell you what, though, I'll be able to do a lot of research doing that, though.
Damn,
just on the phone, just deep diving.
DJ's going to be the deep diver coming up here soon. But yeah, I actually, the gold theme looks really well done on the restream portion of this too. I actually really like this.
So clean.
So we should definitely, I guess that background too, maybe we can make a big red back. I don't know. We'll have to go revisit some of this stuff because
incoming a crazy idea, Tom.
No, I'm saying like
more changes.
Well, the cool thing too is if you look at this, we actually have like the gold frame too. It actually frames it out because of that. And if you didn't have that on there, it's just a normal black screen. So
what if you had a rocket flying around the whole time, Tom, behind us?
You could do that.
And then there's a game of Rampage going on at the bottom.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but inside of that, they're also playing the arcade version of us too. So, well, yeah, shout out to our F35 Live. We really appreciate hanging out with everybody too. That's been a lot of fun. I love hanging out Monday nights with everybody. It's getting bigger and bigger too. So we're excited for that. It's been doing really well.
Definitely been a lot of fun. We've been enjoying those quite a bit.
One thing that we got into last night that we couldn't really get into on the actual stream itself because it's still an ongoing thing was the Mallard order.
Gotta love this project.
Dude, gotta love this project.
Oh, wait, hold on, real quick. Congrats to Tom for getting the letter on the sneak, huh?
Dude.
Yeah, that's right.
Shout out to that. That was such a sneak by. You did not tell us that you were doing that. You're like, yeah, dude, I totally got in the other day.
Well, I mean, we totally
I had to wait for the floor to go up first, to make sure I wasn't stupid. Otherwise, could have just sold it off sneaky and be like, I know, I'm not buying that.
Yeah, Tom's saying like quick little flip and zippy flip. You can't call it out because once they got your eyes on you, the order, dude, they're always watching.
Always watching.
And Tom just buy in and buy out like that, dude. So, cool thing about this was this trial of wisdom, which we talked about a little bit on the live stream this week. But the big thing, dude, that the more that we start to cover this project, I think we all become like way more a fan of it and what they got going on. I get way more excited. Every week.
I mean, nothing against any other community or project we are a part of, but this one just really draws you in to do the I'm going to call them activities because obviously it's called their trials for them, but like the community activities that they have for everyone to get involved with. I mean, I'm just more drawn to this one specifically. Especially this one. I mean, this was really cool to do, honestly.
And we had talked about that too. Like the week before they did the trial one. So they have 3 trials going on for anybody who doesn't know what's going on with this. They just think it's some ominous Mighty Duck thing going on right here. But they have these 3 trials that are currently going on in order to mint and become an initiate in their Discord. They're doing a leveling up system in there. You need to have 2 out of the 3 trial roles in order to become the initiate
completed
project. Yep. To mint the project. So the first 2 have already launched. The first one was the trial of loyalty, which is the ones where we had the paper ducks we had talked about the week before, which that wasn't too hard. All you had to do is watch a YouTube video, learn how to make a duck and go post it outside with your Discord handle. It wasn't too complicated.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. But then this week they're just like, haha, okay, that was fun. We just kind of lured you in.
Let's ramp it up a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna speed this up and turn this up quite a bit. And the craziest thing to me is that I guess is the fact that these guys stay in character no matter what.
Oh yeah.
like, doesn't matter in that Discord. Those guys are like just strictly like, it's very like ominous. It's very mysterious. They don't, I mean, they still have some fun in there. You know, there's still people and they'll talk to you, but they definitely stay on theme with this. And this thing was no exception, to the point where like people were getting like banned inside the thing because people were trying to go around the instructions that they gave them. And they said, nope, if you're not going to follow what we're here, here's what's happening. And that created like a whole thing of like, oh shit, like, they don't
play around.
Yeah, where these
guys.
Well,
I mean, the amount of work and effort they put into, like, that would suck to do that. Like, if we try to put together some cool, elaborate, like, scavenger hunt for our followers, that was like actually engaging and fun to do. Like, if we actually gave it a shot and tried, and we're just like, I'm trying to get the free shit at the end. It'd be so disappointing to just see people cheat or like copy and paste and share answers when it's like, just try it, like, give it a shot. You know what I mean?
Not even like share answers, but like buying answers. Like Demosthenes
is so weird. Yeah.
It's like we haven't taken a dime from this. Any money that they have made, they've given back in giveaways to the invitation holders. I mean, they just have not taken anything. They haven't even minted yet. So people are just buying their answers or selling their answers. It's crazy.
I could see that from the creator standpoint, right? Like they haven't sold you anything yet.
Nope.
Literally nothing. And so, and like I said, everything they have made, or for the most part, obviously I'm sure some goes back to the team and development, but a lot of it goes, like you said, into the actual daily giveaways for all the invitations.
I mean, I don't know. They straight up said 100% of the secondary sales.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it says it in the thing. 100% goes straight back to giveaways. Okay.
Yeah, I must have missed that.
Which makes sense because they're doing a ton of giveaways.
Right, dude. Yeah, I won my first one because TJ, I remember that was one of the big draws for me prior to getting in. Was like, dude, I won, a certain amount of ADA. What was it, like 65 ADA or something like that?
And a duck, dude.
And you want a free duck that hasn't come out yet. So that alone is an awesome thing. And then we saw this trial drop on Saturday, this past Saturday, which was at the 17th.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the same thing. I was like, oh, I won my first giveaway. And then like literally like 3 hours later, the duck dropped at the same time. So I got super lucky over there. And it was just cool to like feel like, wow, dude, I got that kind of paid off a little bit. Like literally I got the ADA was sent within 24 hours from the team. And yeah, we're getting a free duck. So that alone, you can potentially win, there's people who've won multiple of these things.
Yeah.
So that alone was cool. But the craziest part of all this was the actual trial itself. Like, Tom, I know TJ, you were like running around or doing something on the weekend.
I was driving on the highway and I literally saw like 2 minutes after they posted and I was like, boys, check this out. You guys got to try to do this right now.
Yeah. And then Tom and I were just jumping on. We're like, all right, we're going to get some things done for this golden episode week. We're going to do some like editing. We're going to come with some roles, some marketing stuff. And then Tom, I think you said it was like 8 minutes later, we were just like fully enveloped into this trial.
I think I got one thing done. I got like a profile picture done or something.
Yeah.
And then TJ sent that and I kind of like peeked at it and I was like, that seems like a lot. And then I was like, wait, I think I can like decipher this pretty simply. Like this key is pretty simple, like right there. And I was like, oh, the first word is like, what did I have or something like that. I was like, this actually works. Like, guys, we got to go down on this.
Yeah. And then the crazy, I was
trying to freaking do it driving on the highway. Terrible decision. I should not have done that.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I first saw this, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that right now.
That seems like a lot. Yeah. Especially because we had like a day plan. Like we were planning to get on and actually get some like stuff done.
Yeah. But I was like, damn, if you need that wisdom roll, you have to complete this thing. And I'm like, well, I mean, what only a few people are going to get that wisdom roll. And I was like, it can't be that bad. And then Tom's like, oh yeah, I decoded like the first like line or something like that. And I'm like, then I started looking at it. I'm like, that's not bad. And all of a sudden TJ's like chiming in from the phone. He's like, yo, I just came up with this line. And we're like,
I got that.
So everybody was like just decoding it to create this letter. Which is really cool. And if you see like how this even started, they gave you like a nice little key over here. So you could see like, depending like for this first letter, like this little wrapped around like backwards C, you literally had to go to the thing where it had like, again, that same thing over on the key, the legend itself. And there's a letter that corresponded with that. And then they had even a little dot over here, like the second key that gave you the rest of the alphabet.
It's a name for it. I forget what it was. I sent it, a Pigpen cipher.
Is that
what it is? It's the type of code it is. So yeah, okay. That's a good thing.
So I know
I love problem solving shit. So this was fun. That was cool.
It got really fun. Like it was like, okay, like what does it say? Like, what are we doing? Like, where's this going to take us? Like, I don't know.
Well, let's shout out the people who submitted just the decoded part. And he was like, no, those are all wrong. So shout out to them because we were going to just submit this too. We thought that was the end of it.
Well, they also said, they were like, yo, do not, this is make sure you read, before you submit everything. You have one chance to do this. They had a wisdom like submissions role like inside the Discord, and everybody would just, whoever decoded whatever this was, the first thing they did was they type this out, or inside of this there is like a password and a username, and then people started posting that, and then people would copy and paste and just start thinking that was the answer without reading. And then all of a sudden, eventually down the line, you started getting people that would post like a 10 digit random set of letters. We later found out that was the actual confirmation code.
Very unique code.
Yep, that was actually generated. And the coolest thing about this was, like, after all this was decoded, this took you to an actual website that gave you questions about the actual Mallard order itself. They were all randomly like generated at certain times throughout the day. They said the devs were tracking like, the IP addresses, like a lot of different things, and they had a certain number of attempts. It was really cool for where they were at. But I think our biggest draw to this, though, was like the actual message itself. The fact that they thought this through, like set this whole little thing up. And
well, there was multiple layers to it too. Like even like the questions on like that website, like I was digging Google, I was searching the Discord, all that stuff. I had to find all those answers.
I'm pretty sure I know more about that lore now than I ever would have, because I literally scoured through every single thing to get the answers for those questions when it came up.
And if that was their goal, I think they accomplished that with most people.
I was going to say that made sense, because same with this, like think about all the work they put into the lore. Like, they go in, every project kind of tries to do these cool backstories and stuff. But a lot of the times, like, truthfully, you kind of like maybe scan through it and read it, but you don't really actually like take in any of it. The second you're off it, if you took a test on it, you'd fail it instantly. It's like, I remember reading it as something like that. They're in space, or I don't know. They're fighting frogs. But then you read this one, and actually have to do like a quiz, like based off of it. You really kind of take a deep dive and it sinks in. It's kind of like that, thing where you like write something down, remember it better or whatever. It's kind of cool they did that. So it's also like, hey, we took some time on this. It'd be nice if people actually got into it and enjoyed it and then read through it.
Well, it's definitely interesting. It got people engaged and it got us fun. And I know it took up our whole entire Saturday. It was literally dedicated to decoding this whole thing. And the main page wasn't too bad to decode. It just took a little bit of time. And then you had like the left and right pages that were kind of like cut, like half of the page was cut off. And that's where you found like additional information to get into the actual like secret website. That was the biggest thing I think for us that we were missing on there was.
Well, I think we were taking a break, and like one of you guys were like working on the thumbnail, and you went to save it, and you're like, oh shit, IO.
Well, we originally thought, we were like, okay, because there was like these codes, and there was like a terminal that you had to get into, and they're like, you need to enter this code, like Tenebris Palace or something like that, into this the code name terminal. And we were like, all right, so go to the website IO/terminal/wisdom terminal, whatever. We just kept at the end of the IO, like
we were trying everything, like the terminal, the marsh, the swamp, just like everything. Anything after their website, just like it's got to be like the terminal, or wisdom trial terminal, everything.
And we could not get it. And then we were just so frustrated. Like, I don't know where these people are going to get this. I don't even know. I'm like, I'm Googling symbols. Like, I'm in like all weird spots of like.
You guys are going deep, weird shit with symbols and like.
Why did the Google search, the Google
wingdings on the font generators and stuff? You guys are going crazy with that.
We even thought too, Tom, like if you're watching us on the line right now, this thing right here where there's like 0120120, like that looked like a URL bar at one point. We thought this little check mark thing was like a backslash. We were even doing that. We were getting like really into it. And the answer was in front of us the whole time. The big thing, they were like, you need to, when in doubt, just look outside the frame is what they said. So literally as we went to right click, like save it, it literally took you to the website.
Well, now I'm looking even at the URL.
We weren't looking at it through
this. You can see it up there now too.
One of you guys didn't send it like this. You guys like cropped the whole, message when you
wait, I didn't even notice that it was Twitter. Up here inside of here.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's the whole, like, it's the temp link.
That's where the outside the frame is. I'm an idiot, dude.
I mean, thank God we were making a thumbnail, or else you probably wouldn't have found that shit either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So once I got in, I was like, oh shit, like here's what it is. And I started getting into those questions, and then I think I completed it. And then you guys, like the following day and a half, I don't know, Tom, you guys all got in and eventually finished it out as well.
Well, I just needed time to sit down on the computer because I know I had to look up answers and shit.
Yeah, well, that was the hard part. It's like I was just searching through the thing. It was like literally 2 a.m. for me, and I'm just sitting there, just like like, damn, all right, what's this one? I'm just digging through the Discord. So it was really cool to see. But the main thing for this, I think we can read what it says now, right? Like I don't think that's breaking any of the rules, can we? Is that a thing? Can we read what the letter? Read what the letter said?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. I mean, a lot of people decoded it. Everyone decoded it.
So the main part of this, because it kind of gives like a hint to where we're kind of going with those invitation letters, but it says for the main part of this letter was, dearest friend, I've infiltrated the crypt and I'm disguised as one of their very own. I think I will need a fortnight to make it into the Grandmaster's quarters once again. From the findings, I have realized there's more to these invitation letters than these ducks are leading others to believe. Seems it will lead to some sort of enlightenment stage as well affect the altar ritual. They claim that their loyal holders will be airdropped ancient items that will help to enlighten them. I do not think they suspect me tonight. I will gather more of their documents, meet you at the rendezvous point. Till then. So inside of that whole like message is interesting because somebody went inside the, this crypt where the Grandmaster is, and with some sort of invisibility cloak was like the lore story to it. And we're stealing some of these documents and they got caught. And those were what we ended up decoding right here. But the cool thing I thought in that whole thing was that these invitation holders, so, we all hold now this invitation, and inside of that, it evolved. Like the metadata for this stuff literally evolved from the last time that we have seen it.
Oh, there's going to be more to that involved the this trial, like the fact that it, like the metadata and just the information and everything on the duck.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing was with the invitations is everybody's like, all right, they're a whitelist spot, right? That's what they are. And yes, you can get 3 ducks. You can mint that. That's one of the benefits to these invitations. But now they, we refreshed this weekend, and there's an actual audio file inside of here now. There's a 15-second audio file that says, "Do not burn these." They're watching, and they will be watching. So that was kind of cool to see. And then there's
we were playing that audio backwards. We were like, slow it down, dude. We were we just could not figure out like that next step at first. It was driving us crazy.
Yeah. And for anybody here who's listening, they're like, oh, they're cheating, they were working together. It's like, dude, no, we were doing all this back and forth on our own. And like afterwards, we would kind of talk about after we get moved to the next step. So you know what?
We weren't cheating. We were kind of working together. We're on a YouTube podcast together. I mean, we talk all the time. We're literally on Discord already too. And we're like, sorry, Tom, you got to put you on mute, buddy. Can't.
Like, I just heard this,
secrets.
Right? Yeah. No, I know, because everybody, the big stigma was with it, you can't share your answers, don't post them out there. And
it's the thing, we weren't like sharing with the world. We were among.
We also did all the answers at different times. That part, we did do ourselves because we did that at different times.
Yeah, we would all got wrecked over there. I didn't even know what the hell any of that was.
Oh yeah,
so. It was more just the initial like excitement of the decoding stuff. Yeah, it's like a team. That was cool.
Well, that's before somebody in the comments goes, they cheated. Oh, dude, stop. But the one cool thing too, if you look at the bottom of this, says it's just status is legitimate. What if they were like, no, you cheated,
illegitimate,
void? Yeah. That'd be funny. So I'm curious. It said in a fortnight was what that letter said. So a fortnight from then, I think it was 14 days from the 17th, which puts us at July 2nd, potentially. For that airdrop, for what they're saying. So I don't know what that is, who knows, but potentially the Mallard order invitations could drop you something. And I know they've said this multiple times inside of Discord, but they're like, if you guys think these are strictly just an invite or a whitelist spot, you guys are mistaken.
Oh yeah, there's more utility for it for sure.
Yeah, so I'm really curious on that. But these guys continue with this theme. I did see it inside of Discord today too. I always call them demo or demo. Like, I don't know.
Demosthenes.
What?
Demosthenes.
All right, say that one more time.
Demosthenes.
That's like Google Translate.
I did. I Google Translate. That's why I want to know how to say it.
It's like, what was that? Was that quote in Billy Madison? He's like, slow down. I forget what he says, but I still can't pronounce that. So I'm just going to call him Demo. But yeah, he was basically like, this you guys haven't seen nothing yet. If you think this is like, something cool that we had planned, just wait. We got some really cool things. So that's one of the reasons I think this project is so interesting to us.
Yeah. I mean, it's been interesting to me since day one, of course.
Yeah. TJ always wants to make sure that he's, he brought us into this project.
I did. I got to let you know I brought you in because I miss chilled Kongs back in the day that I was into first, and I don't have one of those. And this is the one I brought you in on.
Yep. So I shout out to you, dude. I appreciate you getting us in there. We're all excited. And again, now the next thing we have to look forward to is a mini puzzle thing that's going to be happening for anybody who ends up getting the wisdom roll, who got past this first part, and they have 9 more invitations to give out based on that. And the person who cracked the first code for this originally gets the first invitation. So
I mean, honestly, initially I wanted to win just to get Tom an invitation, just to get in there. That's initially was the goal, was to get Tom an invitation.
I started off because I wanted to win one too. Yeah, I was like, I definitely got to take a chance here to win one of these for free.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool thing is that they're rewarding people who are actively engaged in their community, and I think that's what they want. So you can't get a whitelist. There's no way to bot into this. You literally have to be doing and submitting these different things. So that's a cool way to kind of set up a barrier where there's no bots or anything like that. And then they do have their third trial coming up. If you missed out on this one, the trial of strength, which I don't know, maybe it'll be next week.
Very curious. Yeah.
They said that one was even harder. So I don't know, man. I don't know where we're going next. But I'm excited for this project. And I know all 3 of us are now, the fact that we own these invitations. So if you guys are looking for something a little refreshing inside the space that has some sick artwork to go with it, very cool theme, this is definitely one that I know all 3 of us are looking at. So shout out to the Mallard order. And those
excited. I'm ready for, getting some dates and stuff here too, hopefully.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be interesting when we actually mint these things.
Yeah, for sure.
Win mint.
Win.
Trial of strength. I was going to say catching a duck, but
that's what I said. Like go and catch a duck or something.
Eat a whole loaf of bread.
Easy. Boom.
Done. That's it. Game over. And then I want to let's keep an eye on these followers too. These guys shot up, right? Like even since I want to look back at our first videos, what the follower count was on the project then. It's already over 7,700. They're quickly growing. And they only follow Charles Hoskinson, which we talked about. So
I love that.
That's dope. But yeah, shout out to this team. Shout out to these guys. It's been really cool to see.
A lot of fun.
One thing that we wanted to talk about too this week, which is very, very bullish for Cardano, even in these times right now, is the good Charlotte. I think it was this number 2 ranked or number 1. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember either. Was this the one that sold for 50,000 back in the day, the first day, or is that a different one? You remember what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking. I don't know if that was that though. 70,000 ADA sale over here for this. The devil with the naked devil with the devil wings and the little halo, the sewn shut with the horns. Like it was just like such a iconic good Charlotte play.
Oh, it looks so good. I mean, people mostly say too, congrats to the seller, but like honestly, congrats to the buyer too on this one. I mean, if you have that amount of ADA and you're willing to buy that too, like in this state of the crypto market, that's good for you. That's awesome.
I think it's just a testament to how bullish people are on clays.
Exactly. That's a good phrase for yeah, exactly.
Like clays long term, it doesn't matter. Like they can withstand even the bear market right now. They get with this kind of assess $34,000 at the time of this recording, even in a bear market, which is actually crazy. Yes, this is actually too, TJ, like we were saying, I pulled up CNFT tools. It is ranked number 2. It's not the number 1. And I don't know if this has sold. Yeah, the number 1 is actually like the pale skin one with like the pink hair. And the wings and the halo, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, this is the one, TJ. Good call on that, dude. It sold for 50,000 ADA back.
It's the same one then, right?
Yeah. It sold for 50,000 ADA back on October 31st. Wow. So this guy, even for holding, I mean, that's still quite a bit of months. Almost 8 months over there, but 20,000 ADA profit.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Not bad at all.
What a play.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Because remember Cardano at that time? Well, so
Cardano was $2 at a time. Yes. But he only loses money if he sells, right? So if he's up an ADA right now.
You're stacking ADA at this point, right? Unless you cash it out. But the fact that you can even do that with something like an asset like this is so crazy to see. This is the power of some of these NFTs and why people get
especially a seasonal one too. That's amazing.
Hell of a flip. 20,000 ADA profit flip, huh?
Congrats to this guy. But that makes me so excited for clays though too. At the same time, like I know we talk about clays here, every now and then, especially when the updates come through. I feel like we probably don't even talk about clays as much as we do on the side for this project, just because
that's true.
It's just one of those ones that everybody in the space knows them. Everybody's excited for them, us included. It's just a matter of I just feel like they are like one of the staple blue chips inside of
absolutely
NFTs. And we always reference Spacebudz, obviously are always going to be, the OG, I'd say, inside this space. If people are like, hey, what am I looking to collect right now? Most people are gonna be like, yo, if you're anything with Cardano NFTs, go get a Spacebud, because that's one of the most prestigious ones. But for as far as like community, like engagement, and like where they've taken this, obviously Clay Nation's the one that's kind of cemented themselves in that spot. And I could, envision a day where they do flip over Spacebudz, depending on, but all like everybody said, Spacebudz hasn't really done much other than, Aeos is doing all kinds of things for the Cardano community over there. Create a Nami wallet. I mean, all it takes is one announcement from him that Spacebudz is working on something, and those things go crazy.
Blow up again. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope I snag one before that announcement. Though.
I do too, man. I've been wanting to get one. I need to get one. But if not, like just the Clay Nations, obviously, those are the next like best thing. And some would argue that they are the best thing out there.
I mean, they could argue that though too, like investments, and because it's art too. So at the end of the day, so art is very subjective. We always say, and I believe that, because it depends on what you want. Do you want to be like a holder or a collector? Because then, in my opinion, Spacebud might be for you if you just want to be a holder or collector. If you want maybe a chance for a flipping aspect for profit, Clay might be for you then, because it may be 3,000 now, but it could be 5,000 quicker than Spacebudz will be 7,000 or 8,000. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the announcements and what they're doing behind the scenes.
Right. And I think I actually got to listen a little bit. I caught CJ Lovelace's video with Fahadouken. I got a chance to catch that a little bit today. And they were talking a little bit about Clays and Spacebudz, and how all that stuff started, and just being from like that collector's aspect. And it's very interesting, because they were talking about how a one-of-one artist, it's sometimes very tough for that. That could be the most beautiful piece of art, but for them to come over here and sell it for 40,000 ADA or something like that. But then, a project that has a big community surrounding itself around that or something, that's what people want to be involved with, is they want to, like, hey, I got this really cool piece. Hey, I got this really cool piece. We're part of this community together. And that helps drive this price inside, especially inside this NFT world. So the power of community can do great things for different projects. So I think Clay Nation's one of those ones, and Spacebudz too. I mean, the Spacebudz community is amazing. I think Clay Nation, though, they just are so much more vocal. They're more, they're out at every single NFT event that's going on. They're inside the public. They're talking to like Hoskinson and them. It's just exciting to be a part of that community. So that I think that's a huge driver for the price itself. So I appreciated that conversation between the two of them, just to kind of listen.
Well, it's interesting because, like, especially like the power of the community, as far as you do things for yourself, or you buy these are things you do that you should do for yourself, but there is a lot of joy that comes from sharing those things, accomplishments, whatever it may be, hobbies, interests with other people, and that connection. So like something like that, if you're getting nice art, you can buy it for yourself to look at it and enjoy yourself, but it's also nice to be able to share that with other people. So in a situation like that, especially in the NFT community, if you were to make a large purchase or buy some specified art, really be kind of for yourself, and then that'd be kind of it. There's not a whole lot of like at least spaces to kind of enjoy that. Whether or not other people may also enjoy it, it's just tougher you got to find a Discord to kind of like post that or be relevant. Whereas the Clays follow Clays, and you go in all these different chat or Discords. They have the showrooms, and you can show everything off and kind of like flex your new purchases and stuff like that, and you get that sense of too, like to join in. It's a lot more fun then.
Yeah. And even like the fact, like you said, if you post the buds these days, like you got a Spacebudz, like I just bought one, like that's just prestige inside the community itself too.
Major flex.
Yeah. And I think that's part of the fun of being able to purchase something like that. It's because like, okay, now I've just been adopted into this or become a part of this community over here. And obviously I'm excited about the purchase because I bought it, and, now it brings me into this whole new world. And then others inside the community are like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And I think that just pulls at the whole concept of what, this NFT world can do. And I know there'll be a lot of more uses outside of just the artwork itself for NFTs as the line goes down. But
so dogs on the chain is not a flex then, right?
Yeah, dude, don't say the dogs on the chain. Don't say our dogs on the chain. I don't even know whatever happened to those guys, man.
I think I still have one, right? Do you guys still have one?
I still have a dogs on the chain.
I don't remember who we gave it to. I just gave mine away.
Oh yeah, we did give ours. Well, that was one of our first ones. Yeah,
a sneaky little giveaway for that. That was funny, man. Good old dogs in the chain.
We still got Turd Ferguson in the Discord's got the dogs in the chain.
It's still committed to that, man. That's funny. That's really amazing.
That wasn't that a rare one too, like top.
It was pretty good. That wasn't that high, but it was pretty good.
It's just crazy to see, like I said, the power of a community and what it can do for the staying power. Because like during that time, like everything was hyped up and everything was selling. And at one point, you probably could have sold that for a few hundred ADA. Nowadays, you'd be lucky to somebody to take that out of your wallet. But it shows the ones that shine, the projects that stick around because of the good communities, because of the good artwork, and the ones that are out there that's still grinding. It's the power community. It wins at all times. And then I just wanted, since we were talking about artwork, I didn't kind of got to that conversation. This was on the topic list this week. But shout out to Aeoniumsky.
Oh yeah. TJ showed me this tonight.
It was dope. I wrote congrats on that post. That's amazing. Good for them.
Dude.
So cool.
Yeah. On Times Square, dude. He's literally on the billboard over for NFT New York right now. It is amazing to see that. Look at this, man. It's so crazy to think. I don't know the other artists.
I think I even commented on there, much deserved, because it really is.
Oh, 100%, man. Aeoniumsky is just one of the, I feel like they had so much hype in the beginning because the artwork was insane back at that time when everything was minting last year. And then as, new projects evolved and, technically these were fungible tokens at that time. We released, 250 to 450. At one point, there was like 100 of these block ones. So they were all fungible tokens essentially at that point, but people used to buy these things for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ADA back in the day, all for like a 22 ADA mint price. And I remember the day where you could buy a 22 ADA like mint price and then sell it right away if you wanted to for like 400 or 500 ADA. Which was really crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we first got our attention, was just the potential to make money in them. And then, that was one of the first ones where we really got into the art as well.
Yeah. Oh, and Aeoniumsky, if you're talking about an artist that just separates themselves and, it has a distinct style that you recognize anywhere, for sure, Aeoniumsky is definitely comes to mind.
It's a shame. It would have been so cool to see on that. Imagine they had all the blocks together, or at least the ones that are out right now. That'd have been crazy.
That would have been really wild. Can you imagine? All blocks 1 through 24.
That's so cool.
That's so dope. Yeah, this is the piece that he did, Metamorphosis for NFT NYC, which is really, really cool looking. I love this style. You always knew it's Aeonium stuff. And it's that futuristic. Everything just fits perfect, man. I could just stare at this thing. Like I said, I can't wait for my nano frame to get in one day, so I can just check some of the Aeoniumsky stuff out there.
About those nano frames.
Yeah, dude, still coming out there. They're still coming. They're running into all kinds of issues, but they'll get there.
Yeah, they'll get there. It's still there. That's why.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Aeoniumsky. This is something that obviously we've talked about this a bunch inside the channel. The actual Astro map, real quick. We'll get back to that. The Astro map actually got updated a little bit. So he's looking to finish up. Originally, they were supposed to finish with all block 21 through 24 by this summer. Mm-hmm. And now they've extended that into 2023, where Series 2 will start and pick up. And so I'm curious to see about that.
That's dope.
So
that's and also I'm sure they had this original idea and got it all built up and everything, but now they've learned so much, and there's probably been so many more ideas they wish that they kind of incorporated that they may not have been able to, because they got to have all the pieces fit together for this one that they can now try for that season 2. I can't even imagine what more we could get.
I don't know. I know they basically you're going to be able to piece all these things together, from what I understand, with the block series. Even though it's a second season 2, you're still going to pick up to fit into that overall thing. So I don't know, that alone, the coordination that you have to take, that they take to make all those blocks match up, it's got to be insane.
I wouldn't even say the coordination, just the actual vision of the artist. True. That's a lot of blocks, right? To line up, to put together, to create this whole beautiful world, I'm going to call it, at the time when it's finished, because that's basically what's going to be, this world or area of all these different things going on with it, but all goes together. I'm excited to see it all finished.
What I would normally say is that you would start with one full picture and then cut it up into blocks.
Exactly. That's what I would do.
But these don't appear like that, just because each block is its own standalone thing too. It doesn't look like when you put them together, you can see where they fit together. But when you look at the block itself, it doesn't look like it's cut off from the rest of another picture. It's its own individual picture itself also.
Yeah, the vision is great. And then TJ, I like your offer there. I just like the blocks. Yeah.
I just like the blocks.
I was gonna say I don't want to interrupt over there, but that's a Tommy comment right there. I just like the blocks.
I just like the blocks.
And then this is pretty crazy. So back in the
your
day,
alpha.
There's your alpha. Fahadouken over there. Also, dude, I didn't realize this, but block one, I think, like you said, there is only 100 of these things, and the lowest ones, at least on the marketplace currently as it's recording, I don't know, is 18,000 ADA for one of the block ones right now. And there's only 3 of them listed right now, which is really insane. That just shows those are going to be like, again, one of those, if Aeoniumsky, again, that I think the art speaks for itself. It's more, these things really pick up mainstream and they start to get the respect they deserve. Dude, those are like, when you talk about collector's pieces, those are collector's pieces right there.
If anybody in the community wants to buy us that 18,000 one, it is block 135. We won't sell it. I swear we'll keep it.
Oh, it is 35.
You know,
wow,
I'm just throwing it out there. Episode 35, a gift. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, can you imagine? No, 18,000.
Is that 035? That's for sale for 33K? Or is that 338?
That's 033.
Okay.
I like the little cheekiness of that one too. Yeah, dude, that's actually really insane to see that. So yeah, this eventually, whoever holds like the entire picture down the line, like that's got to be worth some ADA.
100%.
Like ridiculous amount of ADA. So that's really cool to see. And then I guess just a little curveball note. We talked about it in live stream, but dude, shout out to Fahadouken over here because he gave us a little shout out randomly.
That was so dope.
Randomly, shout out back.
Yeah, for sure. Give you the shout
out
back.
For shout out.
Shout out for shout, dude. So make sure to go check out too. This is a really good video with CJ Lovelace and him. I was listening to that today.
If anyone's in the space who doesn't know, he's one of the founders of Equine. Just throwing that out there as well.
Correct. Yeah. And before that, he was just like a big personality inside the CNFT space. He was somebody prior to, I think, even talking to you guys about this stuff. He was somebody I started following.
Those comic book covers that really drew me, and I really like those.
Yeah. Well, he's basically got like his whole personality now. Outside of that, he was a collector before, first and foremost, inside this space. And it was cool listening back to that video where he was talking about, he got into this. He minted like 40 Spacebudz is what he did. He had no idea what he was doing.
That's crazy.
And then he kind of just like started to degen and started to get into a bunch of different things and became like, he just became this collector. It was really cool to see. And like you said, TJ's the founder of one of the co-founders of Equine NFT.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Fahadouken. He gave us a shout out. He goes, also, this is out of nowhere, but I enjoy watching Freedom 35ers and look forward to getting on their show sometime soon.
We look forward to having them on the show sometime.
I know we've had some talks of trying to set it up, but I know we were just pretty much Equine too. I know we were waiting to get some news, and I know they had a lot of different things that they've been working on. So it's only been a matter of time before we went ahead and do that. So shout out to you, man. It's been an honor to even be.
It's definitely cool for sure.
Yeah, in that company with you, man. So we definitely look forward to, as Chronic would say, chopping it up with you.
Chopping it up.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, so just kind of to, I guess, reflect a little bit for episode 35. Like this is, like we said, we call it the golden episode. There's no real hype outside of it, just except being episode 35. We kind of made it like hype at this point. And I don't even know what
I feel like it was more hype from you though too.
Yeah. Well, I just figured it was fun, right? Like we were at 35, we were coming up on 35. It just made sense. And I don't know. It's been fun to see the community kind of rally with it a little bit too, like our community. And then doing these daily giveaways this week and doing fun little things.
We can't enter those, right? We can't enter those to the giveaways, right?
Oh, I just enter with my other Discord account.
Yeah, we just go bot it up, dude. We got botted on like the first day. I feel like that's all
I think someone. I mean, they're just it's suspicious joins, I guess. Yeah, it's like 85 people joined or something.
Yeah. If you guys just came in to get 35,
I mean, I know we're pretty kick ass, but damn.
Dude, respect the grind out there for those guys. But yeah, that's why we do have some for the OGs and things like that. Just so in case the bots get out there, at least we got some guaranteed for anybody inside the Discord who's been holding it down since the beginning. But it's been fun to do that. And I think just reflecting on at least 35 episodes is dude, do you ever think we would get to a point where we're at right now?
Absolutely not. With our friend group track record of planning and doing anything consistently is not very good. So the fact that we made it this far is we made it 5 episodes is impressive.
The fact that we started is
true.
Impressive. Yeah,
that's true.
The fact that I borrowed a microphone and a little webcam to start this out, that was a commitment in itself.
That was pretty big, because even then I was like, I mean, these guys aren't going to actually do this. So like, it's not, I'll say I'll do it. Sure. They're never going to do it. And then Tommy's like, it's showing up tomorrow, my camera and microphone. I was like, I got to do this now, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Keeping on my gaming. Yeah.
Right. Look what we got into. And now here we are 8 months later, and we've got 36 episodes under the belt and all kinds of different sit downs and community spotlights and all kinds of just countless videos out there. I was looking at, we had 88 videos. This will be, I guess, technically 89 when this releases.
Really? I was curious about that.
Yeah, over on side of the channel.
Freaking videos, dude.
Shit ton of hours uploaded too.
Yes. Yeah.
Shit ton of hours edited, huh?
Dude, yeah, so much time has gone into this for us. And we don't, that's all one thing, like it's taken a lot of like toll, like you said, on like families, and just taking a lot of time out of our lives to do this. This is still, like you said, at the end of the day, something that is a secondary thing to us. We all have career jobs and work, and this is something we kind of do out of passion. So, and realistically, I don't, outside of like a lot of different whitelists and things like that, we've been able to been fortunate enough to connect with people on. We really haven't.
We haven't taken a dime. No, like we meant just like you guys meant. Like Tommy said, we've gotten whitelists and NFTs and stuff, but nothing like as far as actual ADA or like money, USD. Yeah, nothing. We never have gotten that yet at all. So and there's always like a stigma inside the community too about like, to take stuff like that. And we've wrestled around with that idea quite a bit. Anyway, I still think, we're playing around with how we'd like to approach something like that, because eventually we do want to, keep this going. And at some point our families are
put more time into it is what I would like to do.
Yeah.
Put back into it. Yeah.
Have the time, to put more into it. Get TJ, got to get TJ a light over here too.
Yeah. We need to get him a light, sign him up.
Give us some like real cameras.
I didn't know it was that bad until you told me you edit every time that you turn me up.
Well, especially, it was more last week too. I mean, you got an overhead light, so you had your hat was forward. So like, the shadows.
Yeah. True. I didn't even think of that. I gotta be more conscious of that then if I don't have a light.
Sneak attack. Well, you can go grab one. I figure they're not too expensive over there, but if we had some things that we were doing like that, those are all just things we can roll back into it. So I think we're looking at approaching things like that, but in a way that would make sense for us, right?
And still work for the viewers, entertaining, not like, we
don't want to lose our quality of
no one likes commercials.
No, we want to make sure that if we did do something like that, we did it in a way that made sense.
And also too, to preface, it doesn't mean if we have something, that doesn't mean we're actually minting it per se. We're just, showing it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. And it's something that can bring it to your attention. If you guys decide this is something for me, and go ahead and you guys can go out there. Again, we don't give any kind of financial advice over here. We just kind of throw it out to you guys, talk about stuff that we like, or talk about things that are going on inside this community. So,
well, Yummy's financial advice. That's about it, right?
Yummy's yummy advice.
Yummy advice.
That's just yummy. Obviously, that's been a huge thing for us this last, I don't know, maybe like in June? Maybe like 4 or 5 months.
We're ramping up here.
I remember
staking period.
I remember the craziest thing for me is like thinking like, all right, man, we're going to start this podcast up. And if we're lucky enough, somebody might want to talk to us. Maybe we can get somebody on the show. That'd be cool. That alone would be awesome. And then to see that like a teaser video that you did earlier in the week, Tom, that you set up for us, where it was just all the different thumbnails, starting from 0 all the way to current this week. It was just crazy to see the amount of people we've talked to inside this space.
In such a short
amount of time. I didn't get all of them in there. I couldn't,
I
kind of I had to pick some of like the early ones just because they're the first ones. And then some of the ones I thought like looked a little better. I was like cool, like happy with the thumbnail that turned out as far as in the video. But it was like, I think week 2 or 3 after that, we had our first actual sit down with someone else. That was like, we were blown away even by that. Like already, hey, yeah.
It's a testament to Cardano and the community here. Like people are always willing to jump on and talk. So it was really cool. But I think like for a project that really like brought us like where we kind of like stood back and we're like, wow, like damn, that's really sick, was the Yummi interview with David. So I think that for us, because that was always a project where we were like, damn, we want to talk to these guys. We were big fans of this stuff. So that for that to happen and it kind of evolve into what it did is just really cool. And the opportunities in this space, everybody's so early. Even us, we just started a podcast and got a chance to sit down and talk to some amazing creators. And as the space grows, who knows, man, like, you may not be able to get that opportunity again. So if anybody's thinking about that, I guess that's like a good preface for anybody is like, if you're like thinking about content creation, if you're thinking about joining into the community, whether it be Twitter Spaces, YouTube, this podcast, whatever it is, man,
just do it.
Start it. Yeah,
just
start it, man.
You'll get better and better each time. That's for sure.
Yep. And you got a big community here that will support you. And there's so many different resources out there. Join a Discord, and even like, hey, if you want, come chat with us over in ours, man. We'd be happy to kind of guide or help anybody out who is trying to get started, because we know what that was like. And it was, it was a very different time now inside that CNFT space. But at the same time, I never thought of being like a YouTube content creator. I always thought about like doing it maybe from the gaming sense of things.
Yeah.
But for now,
only times I didn't really consider it. Yeah.
Yeah. But for doing what we're doing now, would have never guessed that we were how we got here.
It's still weird to me sometimes. Like that I'll be like sitting there reading stuff on Twitter and just be like, oh, this would be great for the show. And it's like, that's kind of weird. You got a show.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we got a show right now. Like, yeah. Like,
we catch ourselves doing it all the time. We'll be talking on like a Monday, and it's just like TJ be like, oh, I wanted to show this to you and like tell you about it. And I'm just like, shut up, TJ. You tell me about it on Wednesday. That'd be much better. Let's do it.
Well, I say even sometimes Wednesday though,
because you're going to tell me something cool, and then I'm going to like talk back, and it's just like, nah, that was great content. Like I can't do that again now.
Yeah.
Well, that happens all the time too. Sometimes before the show, we even start recording.
Exactly.
Like news will come out. I'm like, shit. Just tell me again. I have a good response to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me later.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, shut up right now. We got
talking.
Sounding stupid. No, shout out to this. Maybe, I don't know, man. We got all merch, all kinds of different things that we'd love to do and get going as we start to grow. So I think we've gotten to a point now though where we feel more comfortable to start to be able to launch and put a little bit of time into that, because we always, I think, originally started this with, we don't want to just start pumping all these different websites and Discords and like paying for stuff when we didn't really have a base there to go off of. And I think I feel now we're in a place where we got a good enough base to be able to do all that.
And shout out to our community who's been with us for this whole time. Sure. You guys are really making this possible, getting the views up, interacting in the Discord, and the core people on Discord, who you are. I mean, you guys are amazing in there.
Yeah.
Like you said, I didn't know if we make it past 5 episodes, and that's the only reason why we're on 35 right now is because, right off the start, it was kind of just like, oh, people are watching this and like commenting. It was pretty cool. And I was like, oh, they actually, we said Discord. People want a Discord. They want to come hang out even more. I'm like, all right, let's keep it going.
Yeah,
they want game nights too, but that hasn't happened yet, huh?
Yeah, game nights. We'll get to game nights.
All right, TJ's gonna have a lot of time coming up.
Game nights for me is gonna not happen for a bit.
Yeah, well, I need to get on the game nights. I know Cardawfully just did their beta for their stuff. Ada Ninjas has got the Shards of Nineveh stuff coming out.
Those will be good ones for that. We definitely have to do that.
Yeah, it'd be fun. We got to. Yeah, guys.
We'll just jump on like a Friday or something, play that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Hang out. We got to still do a community hangout night. There's so many different things that we've seen the feedback. We've seen videos, man. We're gonna get to it. It's just a matter of
we have that voice channel. We should just hop in there sometimes. I don't know why we don't.
Community movie night. Everyone get their popcorn. We're gonna watch all Spacebudz movies.
Watch that. What else? We watch some Toxica or whatever the hell. There's all kinds of different. God, I can't mention when blockchain movies really become a thing too. That's gonna be a wild time. It's gonna be crazy that way. This is how early we started. We're just talking about NFTs that years from now potentially with Clay's or one of those big ones that just go like insane. And we were just like, yeah, we were here. We watched that all happen. It's been
100%. Or like the games that may come out, in the future and things like that. Where it's just like you should have seen them in the beginning. Like we were there for those N64 days of Cardano.
N64 days.
Yep. You get promised. Oh, God, man, I can't wait for, like you said, like the Yummi game, things like that. Like Cornucopias is going to be another amazing one.
I'm excited for the card pack. I mean, we're getting on a tangent here, but I'm excited for the card packs more than the actual game, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't wait. I mean, there's so many different options and opportunities.
I'm ready for my deck to kick your ass.
Bro, I'm mentioning as much as I can.
I'm trying to catch them all. I'm trying to get them all, honestly.
I'll definitely try to collect them all for sure. I don't know if that's a slogan over there, if you can even use that, but we're doing it.
I'm trying to mint them all.
Mint them all? Yeah.
Mint them all.
Yeah. You got to mint them all.
Mint them, got to mint them all,
Yeah. There you go.
We just got DOTC. Yep. No, that's right.
I think actually you can for something like that.
No, that's parody. That falls under parody. We're good to go there.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, we chilling on that. Yeah, guys.
Doesn't matter. We don't get revenue in these videos anyway.
Exactly. That one, the first live stream ever, and then it said, you demonetized for using a copyright.
You have to mute it or take it off.
Yeah, joke's on you, YouTube.
Yeah. So, I mean, going into the end of the month, there's a couple mints and things out there. We could probably talk about it more into the live stream that we're looking forward to. But I know Art of Joseph, we talked about it on Monday. That's something we're definitely looking forward to, just because we all have that digital low life profile pick that we got and we're drawn in. So I'm definitely trying for that this weekend.
100%.
Next week, we got
I hope I can mint on my phone. I might be in the hospital for that one.
Yeah. What about shout out to Cardano trees too, because they've, I guess, technically already dropped at this point. And shout out to
Shiny. Yeah, again,
yes.
That was awesome.
Drawn. That's sick, dude.
He got the sketch drawing of that, and then Damien actually made a shiny variant, like the community member variant of the tree. So if you get one of those, shout out to Shiny and over in the Discord for that. That was amazing to see that. And it's Cardano trees is dropping, and you have next week. Is it Block
Owls. We got Block Owls.
Block Owls.
No, okay, but yeah, the Jelly Cubes. Yep.
Over on the 30th, and
hopefully
Block Owls are on 28th. Yep, hopefully. And then even Beyond Rockets is dropping on the 30th over there for the Beyond Citizens. So there's some cool stuff upcoming this month if anybody's still looking around.
All coming at the end here. We're getting a nice little rush here. It's been a little bit quieter these past kind of like 10 days, so we'll have a nice little rush here. Yep,
I'm excited for that, man. So. Outside of that, I mean, we got busy couple of weeks coming up. I know TJ, I don't know how much time you're actually going to be missing over there, but I know at least one podcast, I think we'll catch you out there, for next week, but we do have another guest on for that we feel will fit very, perfect with us. And we've had him on before. So, that'll be fun, but, we're looking forward to, just kicking it off this summer, with everybody over here on the next 35 episodes,
Next 35,
yeah, for sure.
So, I think at this point in time, we haven't done one of those little fun giveaways in a while, have we? It's been a while before like the dogs on the chain and stuff like that. So
it's been a while.
We have let's do a little giveaway. What do we want to do? We want to do 3,500.
That'd be perfect. Yeah. 3,500 Yummi.
That's a fun little giveaway. It's a little nod to some of our stuff over there. So 3,500 Yummi for the first person on this video that comments A1 since day one. And that needs to be spelled correctly. So A1 since day one, number one.
Well, spelled correctly, is it the letter A or is it AY1? Or are you doing this now?
Thinking like EY.
Like A1 steak. A1.
A1.
We got now. I'm thinking like A1 steak sauce.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
I gotcha.
Yeah. So first person to say A1 since day one, you will win 3,500 Yummi. Shout out to you for listening, because we will not timestamp that portion of that. So you caught this timestamp right now. We appreciate everybody listening onto the show. And TJ, congrats again next week. Looking forward to everything that you got going on, man. It's awesome.
New baby.
New mint
Thursday.
to the baby. Yeah. He's got the ultimate mint coming up next week. Or this week, actually. Shit, they could have already happened.
It's true.
Don't wonder if you got a rare one, dude. Yeah.
I got a 1 of 1. Got a top 10.
Oh man. Well, should we take us out this week? I know we did the big brain, little brain, but what we got this week? We got
35.